Hi everybody, and welcome to yet another tutorial. And in this Friday's tutorial I want to talk to you about the ear. Now here I was already drawing a lady, a beautiful lady, and you can find that one on Pixabay and of course on my Patreon page, where you can find the prints for all kinds of extra tips for drawing landscapes and portraits. But here I was drawing this lady, and then I thought, okay, let's stop, and I put on my camera because I already promised to get to give a special tutorial about drawing the ear. And the ear has pure all cartilage, and it is attached to the head, but it is also loose from the head, and that's the difficulty. And this is also why I decided to draw the ear in connection to that head. What I'm using is a white and black charcoal pencil, because this is only an underlayer for a portrait that I'm drawing. But this, I thought this would actually be an excellent way to explain for me to you how the ear is built up and how important an ear is when you are drawing a portrait like this one. Now here you can see that cartilage that is on higher grounds, if you want to say that like that. And I see that ear kind of like part of a landscape. It's whimsical, and there are high parts and lower parts. Now it's all quite white yet, but I will push the pigments in with my blender stick. But you can see that I'm searching for, and here you can see that dark area, and that is the shadow casted upon the neck, which is very important. And here you can see that piece of ear and cartilage. That is actually the connection between the ear and the face itself. So here I'm simply drawing the high parts, and it all stands out now, but I will push that pigment in, and you can see that also inside the ear there is a casted light. And here you can see that extra ridge, which is higher up, and then here the shadow just underneath that earlobe, and then again the light that is casted upon the neck. So the ear has to be in connection with the rest of the face, the hairs that fall around that ear, and the neck itself. What I do further on is pay very close attention to the values. So here I see that on the earlobe itself there is a light casted, and here you can see the values between the ear and the side of the face. So I will have to get that correct as I continue drawing. So now the ear is quite white in comparison to the face itself, but I will ease that down. But first I need to know where the higher parts lay and how the hairs behave around that ear. Once you have the highlights in, then you can shift to your black color pencil. And remind you, this is only an under layer, but I have to get those those values, those shadows and those highlights. I have to get them in the right places so that the ear and the face are together as one, and that they make sense. Now here's a little connection there, and there is that light upon that earlobe, and this is the cartilage on the side of the face, and this is where actually the ear is connected to that face. Here you see the cartilage on the side of the ear, and then I searched for the darkest shadows inside that ear. So in between all that cartilage, there is shadow going on, so I tried to draw that in. But there are also a lot of hairs going over that ear. But now you can see that the values of the ear are in the right connection with the face. And this is that extra dark area, that specific shadow just underneath the earlobe that will make that ear stand out of the face. So the ear is, it's connected, but it is also loose. And that's the actual difficulty when you are drawing an ear. To get it connected, but also to get it stand aside, to stand apart from the face. Here you can see the darker values that are inside of the hair, and also these are important to take along in your drawing when you are drawing an ear. The ear is connected to the head, the hairs are connected to the head too, and they make a joyful play together as the hairs are curling around that ear. And by taking notice of how the hairs behave around that ear, you also get a great feel of realism. An ear does a lot for your drawing. And in this case, the light is coming from the left. So the left side of the face is very bright. And that also makes that ear very bright and very important inside this portrait drawing. And that is why I take extra time to draw in this ear and to get that soft feel into this portrait. And also, of course, it is an excellent study to take your time now and then for a special part in a face that maybe seem not that important, and most of the times I simply drew hair over it and I thought, well, that's nice, so now I don't have to draw that ear. But not anymore. Ears do a lot for your drawing, and you can see it here. How soft a feel you get when I was drawing this lady. And I will continue to draw on, but this for me was an excellent way to explain to you about the importance of drawing an ear. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. On my Patreon page, of course, you can see real-time recordings if you want that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next Friday.